Have you ever wanted to be able to add more expenses to your reports? Have you wanted to add more detailed expenses which would then roll up into your major expense line items? Have you ever wanted to generate some detailed reports showing all your sub-costs and then a subtotal that would then match the total in your regular cash flow report? Now you can do it with the sub-cost planning module, where you can add more than 500 separate expenses to be rolled up in your cash flow report. Now I'm illustrating this in the Tract-PIE system, but you can be doing the same thing in Tract-PIE as well. This module can be accessed directly from detailed input with sub-cost planning report, or I'm just going to open up one of these files directly within your primary input. Now, I've actually input a particular expense, number 24, site development costs. And in this initial example, I put in a total of $3,160,000, and I'm spreading that over a bell-shaped curve over 12 months. If I generate my cash flow report and scroll down to the expense section, you can see here's my total of $3,160,000, and then the disbursement of that amount over a 12-month period over a bell-shaped curve. Now, if you need more detail, then you can go directly to the detailed planning module, go to sub-cost planning, and either create a new sub-cost planning module, or in my case I've actually created one already called land development example. Screen 0 is basically the same thing as what you had on that you're used to with Tract-PIE and Land-PIE. You can actually describe with Land-PIE up to 25 expenses within, and 25 expenses within 25, or actually 27 major expense categories. Now I'm going to come over here to this screen, site development costs, and you can have up to as I said, 27 detailed expenses with your own titles and dispersed differently. So in this particular case, I have grading, grubbing, water. I have sewer, landscaping, front entrance. As I said, you can have as many as you want. You can go to other major expenses and detail your detailed costs. Once you've entered in your detailed costs, then you can generate a report showing for major category site development costs here, all the detailed costs and how they are dispersed. If you had other major expense categories, then they would be displayed over here as well. And you have the same capabilities of rolling that up into different time periods, whether quarterly or yearly. I'm going to go back to the input. If this is what you want to have added to your major report, then you can click on Return to Primary. You would click on Import Major Cost Cash Flow, and then select the item that you want. Here's the data file, starts with CD, and those particular expenses then are imported into the system. And I can now go to expense number 24, site development. Here's what has been imported directly into the system as an override, so that if I run my report right now, it reflects the subtotal of those detailed expenses and how they are dispersed over time, and not over what we had done initially with the bell-shaped curve. The total is still the same. If you want to just use what you had initially, then you can come over here to the first period and then just either clear the time series up here or save this particular report under a new name and then work with that. Again, this is a very powerful feature for Tract-PIE and land-PIE, allowing you to add more expenses and have more control over those expenses. Hope you enjoy it.